am extremely humble when I stand in front of you today. This is a moment, and this is a prize that I believe that I am sharing with all my fellow Sahrawi students and with all my brothers and sisters in Western Sahara. Many of those Sahrawis have suffered and sacrificed much more than I have. Many Sahrawis have also worked harder than I have and for a longer time. So when I received this prize, I dedicate it to the Sahrawi students and young pupils. This is how we demonstrate in the universities of Morocco as well as in Western Sahara. We make kind of seminars and demonstrations. We sing our Sahrawi national anthem, and we make slogans of liberation and self-determination. And also we make documentation for the Moroccan students, so that to inform them about what we are suffering in Western Sahara and what we have. What we live in Western Sahara, because they are misled by the government. They do not know anything about our real life. What we demand is actually quite simple. We demand our rights at the university, and we demand our right to self-determination for Sahrawi people.
We were presented with some very good candidates, nominated by people from all over the world. And after careful consideration, the committee decided to award the prize for 2009 to El-Kuria Rabab Amidane for her work with human rights in the Sahrawi people. Amidane has herself grown up in the occupied territories of Western Sahara and has experienced a lot of the oppression in many different ways. As a student in Morocco, she has become more and more involved in the human rights struggles of her people. Because of this work, she and several members of her family have been attacked and have actually been tortured. In spite of the constant threats of abuse and of persecution, Amidane has continued her work. Amidane stood out as an exceptional candidate for many reasons. I want to mention two of them here today. First of all, Amidane has managed to build up quite an extensive international network, both in Norway and in other European countries. Here in Norway, all the political youth parties, as well as a lot of different organizations, has gotten involved in this case. The youth parties actually sent a joint letter to the Norwegian authorities, demanding, among other things, the recognition of Western Sahara's diplomatic rights. Secondly, we want to underline the methods that Amidane uses in her work. Amidane works to highlight and document human rights abuses. She uses video, writing reports, and not least distributing material and information over the internet. Considering all this, the Student Peace Prize Committee finds El-Kuria Rabab Amidane to be a very worthy winner of the Students' Peace Prize 2009.
Now, before I start, would you please do me a favor? Would you all stand up? Now, I want you to give each other a hug. Those hugs that you give to each other are the most important thing in the world. Arms are for hugging, not for killing. When people ask me why I started a peace movement in Northern Ireland, it was very simple for me. Their names were Deborah and Paul, my children. I did not want my children to be brought up in a society that taught them nothing, only hatred, violence, discrimination. I, as a Catholic living in Northern Ireland, was rather like the people of Sahara, the people of South Africa. I knew exactly what injustice was all about. We want for our children, as we want for ourselves, our lives at work, at home, and at play, to be lives of joy and peace. We recognize that to build such a life demands of all of us dedication, hard work, and courage. We recognize, every one of us recognize, that every bullet fired and every exploding bomb makes the work of peace more difficult. But we reject the use of the bomb and the bullet and all the techniques of violence. And we dedicate ourselves to working with our neighbours, near and far, day in and day out, to building that peaceful society like the young woman receiving the prize this evening, to building that peaceful society in which the tragedies we have known are a bad memory and a continuing mourning. Thank you.